Rad gals and dude pals, welcome to this week's episode of Let's Talk Marketing. I am your host with the most. I maybe watched Space Ghost Coast to Coast one time. I'm Sean M. Smith from Ongen. Hope you're all doing well this week so far. We're Tuesday, 2:15, a normal time. As always, I'm excited to have you guys here. It's always a blast to sit down, talk about marketing and some of the things that we've seen in the last week across the Facebook groups and the Twitter groups and the marketing Twitter. But before we really get cranking this week, guys, I want to make sure that I ask you if you can hear me right now. I would like for you to hit 1 in the chat so that I can see you hear me. That's all I need. Just the 1 in the chat. Let me know you're here. Also, if you want to be included in today's broadcast in the comments, you want to be able to put your beautiful face or handsome mug in the show, you got to go to StreamYard.com/Facebook. Start the show like this. You guys are being antagonistic to start the show. I like this. I like this whole thing you've got going on with the antagonism. It's excellent. But yeah, go to StreamYard.com/Facebook, hit the button so you can be included. Obviously, you guys have done it in the past, but if you've never done it before, it's important that you do it now so that I can get you in this week. When you guys have comments, concerns, or questions, I can at least know who they're from because I'm using an OBS backend, and otherwise I wouldn't see who it was from, which stinks. But so far, we got some people coming in. If you're catching this on replay, again, hey, what's up? My name is Sean. I am a digital marketing expert with 17 years of experience at this point in the space. I work predominantly in the entertainment sector, but have worked a great deal in small business and entrepreneurial e-commerce as well. And what we do here every week is we present a sweet presentation amongst my friends, and we talk about marketing. We talk about what's there, ask questions, present neat ideas and concepts, and roll it out. So far, I know my audio is working. I'm sure it sounds good because the guys told me it did. So that's cool. Just give me 1 second. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go over and make sure everyone can hear me over on the Facebook. Make sure everyone gets the notice that the show is live. And that is awesome. So hope everyone's doing well. Let's see. That's not the right one. That's not the right one. That's not the right one. That's the event. That's not it. This is not working today. My internet is going awesome. My skills, not the actual providing of the internet. That's going crazy. So everybody's doing well, I'm hoping. I'm thinking everyone's kicking butt. Where is it? Oh, wait, I know how to find it. It's right here. Good Lord, guys. I betrayed myself with my slowness. This week's show. There is that. I go to Twitter. Okay. And that's it. Oh, yes. This morning was a big day. Start to the day. My son Carter and I had our 23rd episode of our podcast, Potato Salad Marmalade, come out. It's pretty incredible. The little 7-year-old dude freestyled a rock song vocally, a cappella. I originally thought he would be like, I'd be like, just give me, I was like, kind of like, can you give me a sample? Kind of literally like that. I let him with that very little amount, like, give me a sample of what you would do. And he's like, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, holy cow, he just turned into Bruce Springsteen out of nowhere. So something you guys should check out this week. It's real cool. It's just a 3-minute piece right in the midway point of episode 23. Check it out on my Facebook page, facebook.com/Sean Michael Smith. One day she will give me back Sean M. Smith, that woman who wouldn't give it to me. All right, so we're here. Again, let's talk marketing. That's what this is about. It's about Sean Smith. Let's talk marketing. Oh, cool announcement. This week, I will be doing a brand new show over at Filmocracy. I'm going to put all the information in all the relevant groups and then on my personal page when there's time. But we're going to be jamming on. It looks like the Jamboard idea worked, guys. It looks like we got some recognition. So I want to get some high fives and a little praise. It worked out. I actually got a new Jamboard session going on at Filmocracy, and it looks like it's going to be once a month on a Thursday. We'll announce them ahead of time. We'll promote the crap out of them here. I'll promote them with the monies. I'll go with this Facebooky monies. I'll play with the Twitter monies. I'm not going to play Twitter monies. Twitter is expensive, by the way, dude. If you're going to market, Twitter's not the way to market. Twitter is expensive, but I'm just saying it now. But so right now, I'm putting my hands out for it. If you guys are feeling this stuff, your boy is growing. He's getting business. He's just putting it out there. He's being honest and helpful and kind. Give me some love. Just give me a like on this post, or just give me like some 5 in the comments. Give me a high 5 in the comments, or a thumbs up. I just need it because we're working so hard, and it's a grind, man. We're doing it every day, getting up, doing all the good work, doing this good work, and making new friends every day for myself, for like you guys, but also for Let's Talk Marketing, and then also for Potato Salad Marmalade. So I'm gonna take a sip. James Double Down giving me a thumbs up. I like the thumbs up. Sorry, I needed a sip of water. I did a lot of talking. Thanks, homie. That's what we're looking at. You know, I tell you that Toronto, I think it's International Film Awards. I don't remember which one years it is. I always screw up the I. But all right, let's do this. Let's get into it. This is where we're at this week. Let's talk marketing. And we're going to watch this. Boom, big orange. See that glow? That's because this week's color, last week's color was the Dolphins aqua. This week's color is the Dolphins orange. Ooh, it's coral. It's coral, but it's orange. Let's Talk Marketing, number 15. We've almost made it to 4 months of named Let's Talk Marketing shows consecutively. I had other shows that I did that we didn't call it this. I just called it like Facebook One. We just got a couple hundred views. Now we're getting on there. We're like really honed in on what we're talking about. We got a vision. We got a message. We got a thing. What you do with me. We hang out. It's cool. It's a little bit different now, but this is Let's Talk Marketing number 15. It's a big deal. I'm proud of us. What's this one about? Well, it's about tacos. It's all about tacos. You got all the tacos. You rocko, everybody taco. Everybody taco. Okay, that's enough. I'll stop with the taco stuff. This is the underappreciated series, in my 2 cents. This is a series for most underappreciated people in the business, and my 2 cents. Now, I actually came out and said this online to people. And I said in the filmmaking group, I said, guys, the screenwriter has the most thankless job in Hollywood. True or false? And it pissed off a lot of people because, as it turns out, the filmmaking group is full of people that aren't screenwriters. That they are people that are all sorts of other jobs. Like our friend Jim Rogers was way into the idea. First, he said true. So true, it's beyond truth. You sit at home. Let's say you write 3 pages a day for a month for a rough draft. You get your 90 pages. You're like, man, it's a good month. I just put in a real strong month of work. Now I'm going to turn it over to somebody else who's going to rip it apart, hire another writer to rip the soul that I put in it and change it into something completely different. And then they're going to someone direct it. And the very end of it all, it's going to be my name and 3 other people on it that wrote the thing. And it's going to stink. Well, that's the life of a writer. That's a lonely road. Oh, let me blow this up now. I'm going to switch this out. Make myself a little. True, so true. I'd say it's more likely the payroll accountant, maybe the rigging grip. Ooh, or how about production assistants at PAs? There are tons of below the line jobs where nobody knows who they are, but without them, movies don't get made. See, so he makes a very valid point here, David Waite, and I appreciate that he said that because I wanted someone to defend below the line because everyone that gets their names in the credits can pull up, buy a Blu-ray or a DVD or take a screenshot with their phone while they're in the theater, and they can really be like, "Hey, look at this cool thing that I did. This is forever. I can show this to my great grandkids, you know." And guess what? They will. But that person who, like you said, production assistant, it's a miserable existence. I remember the one time that they were shooting a film on my block in Astoria, like almost right across the street from my house. And I had to go to the bathroom, and they're trying to close down the block to shoot a scene with Gerard Butler, and I can't remember who the girl was, but she was under. Who was it? It's gonna bother me anyway. And yeah, like I was like, yo, I was not stopping. They're like, sir. And I'm like, listen, I gotta go to the bathroom. I literally live right here. I'm going right here. I have to go to the bathroom. Like, there's no way around the fact that I'm going potty right now. And also, that's how you know I'm a grown up with a kid, because I said potty. I'm not going to the bathroom. I'm going potty. And I could swear I'm going goddamn potty. I'm going with my body. But anyway, tons of below the line jobs. You know, think of the person that built the website for the film. You know, think of that guy. Like that guy that probably put in like 80 hours with a team, and no one knows who that guy is. No one ever know. He'll be like, "Oh, I know the girl that built the landing page website for True Blood for HBO before the first episode came out, and they needed to have a landing page on the HBO site, and they didn't have internal resources dedicated to do it. And I know the girl that did it. She doesn't put it on her resume because it wasn't that big of a deal of a site, but she absolutely did a killer job. But she's one of those below the line. So I get that. But I said thankless. Remember, I said thankless. Every one of these people, none of these people are doing work and then having the credit taken from them. So I don't know. That's just how I feel. All right. Adam Chromachow. I like Adam. Adam's got a hearty beard. Let me blow this up. You can see this dude's beard. This guy's beard. That guy's beard says rad. Look at that. This dude right here. That's serious. I think individually depends on the screenwriter. All right. A guy like Eric Sorkin has a lot of status, but a lot of smaller, less spotlighted screenwriters do tend to have a pretty thankless job, especially because their work gets rewritten throughout. And I stopped it there because it's got much larger. And that goes to the point I was making. Like, you do a lot of work. It's your work. It's your effort. It's your heart and soul being poured out on the page with tip tap of the keys, and then it's changed. And you're not consulted on it. You have to be content, like losing your baby, like you're giving up your child, and be like, okay, well, I made this nice thing. Now it's your turn to screw it up. You go screw this up. So actually, kind of be equated to giving away your child at the altar. Like, I'm not gonna say women, because it's kind of like this whole thing we don't need to get into sociologically, but like it's kind of like, hey, here, take this now. It's your chance to screw this up. Like, do your best. Good job, excellent, most awesome. If you are worried about screwing up a script for someone else, give me a hashtag screw it up. I love when people do that. Oh, wait, let's pretend we're playing Twitch. We're on Twitch. Spam F in the comments. Spam F. I say one. I always go for one. That's mine. Anyway, let's see. True. Even at some festivals, if you go as a screenwriter, you pay for the trip. If you go as director, you go for free. All right. I actually know this to be true, but I think it's a little more thankless in some of the smaller things, like short film festivals. Okay, we won't count short. We'll just talk major features. Features, yeah. It you can still win stuff though, and I think that kind of came up throughout the thread. People brought it up a bunch of times that realistically, like, there's still room to win stuff. Oh, here we go. Here's a good one. I'm gonna blow this back up. I'm gonna go up here, and then I'm gonna go here. Josh Smith, what is up, my dude? Good to see you. Hope you're well. Hope school is going well. Film school, you got an opportunity there, my big ginge. Now look at this. Screenwriters only have a thank job if they're also the director, like Tarantino or Snyder, which shows they're not against thanking the writers. It's so sad for script writers. As someone who has written a short myself, I can tell you it's back-busting work. And it's back-breaking work to put together a script at all, start to finish, something that's good and respectable, and yet it can still get chopped apart if you sell it. That's all there is to it. See, look at Josh Smith. Josh Smith is my dude. That's my guy. We're not related. Not at all. Not at all. But I love that guy. That guy's the best. He cracks me up. All right, back to this. Let's go back up here. Nikki Kiddo, by the way, is also now my new favorite name. Nikki Kiddo should be a pro wrestler or a rapper because that is just a cool name. And if anyone wants to tell Nikki Kiddo that I said this, you have my email address. You have all of them at this point. You could do the Sean at weareonjin.com. We could do s22 at Gmail. They're all good. Tell Nikki Kiddo I said what's up. We got another one. Okay, my man Ethan said, I wrote a script. All my actors showed up with all their lines memorized. I was thankful. It would be hard if I'd written something only to have someone else change it up. Yeah. I worked with a co-writer on King of Fitness, right? I'm gonna go back to this one here. We'll go to this one on King of Fitness, and it was hard to write stuff and have him change it, or vice versa. I'm sure it's very difficult for him. And to be fair, it was pretty. It felt thankless at times. Times I felt like, man, I'm doing a lot of work for you just to change it, and I'm sure times he said the same thing. You know, it is it's a unique thing. It's not like you're a pipe fitter and I put a pipe in and then you go over and you take the pipe out and you fix something and you put the pipe back in and go, okay, go. No, you did a good job. You did a good job. I'll give you credit. Yeah, we're the pipe fitters. We're the pipe fitters. We redo each other's work. So we'll go back here. Oh, man. I think this is Skiba. I think his name is John Skiba. You ain't ever been a PA if you believe this. Well, I'm going to be honest with you. I have not been a PA. I did, however, run a light board for a professional theater company in Connecticut, and I can tell you I was run ragged like a PA doing every single job in that theater company. And it was fun, actually. I enjoyed it quite a bit. Not going to lie. It was a good time. It was a teenage wedding, and the old folks knew us well. I wished us well. I think it's how it goes. They could see Pierre did truly love the Mademoiselle. Is that what it is? Yeah, I think so. Here we go. Shannon Delgado, which, by the way, Shannon Delgado. I'm Shannon Delgado. I think there's some truth in this, but I think Crafties is the most thankless. Like, everyone on the set knows how important craft services is, but non-filmmakers don't even know what Crafties are, and there's no awards for it. There's not a single award or bit of recognition that you can give to a craft services person. Yeah, I have a friend that runs our screenwriting group and then also Baltimore New Web Festival for web series. And she has run craft for the majority of the union gigs here in Baltimore, DC area for, like, I don't know, 20 something years. Man, she's a hardworking human being. She's awesome. Has great stories about how kind and generous some people are, how mean others can be. And she works hard. Hang on. Oh, I see. Couldn't figure out why the shade wasn't down, but it's still Shannon Delgado. Did anyone get the Shannon Delgado reference? If you get the Shannon Delgado reference, just raise your hand. It's hilarious. Shannon Delgado. And last, Tino Cash. I don't know. For some reason, even with all the research available in the palm of one's hand, most people still overlook the director of photography entirely and credit the visual beauty of the film to the director. But the same happens in regard to people loving the story of a certain film, but never really crediting the writer. So it's a very similar situation. They're doing exactly the same thing. They're giving credit to someone that gets a portion of the work and misses out on the fact that it's much larger. Our DP, John Santos, made King of Fitness beautiful. I play no role in that, even though I was sitting there for all of those scenes. I was not beautiful. We all want someone beautiful. Man, I wish I was beautiful. So come dancing southern south to the morning. No one? All right, I tried. If you don't want to dance, you're not going to dance. Oh my God, I wasn't done. This, I believe, is now the most thankless job in Hollywood. Right here. Fluffer. Oh, what have I done? Why did I make it about that? Why did I do that? I am out of control. I'm just kidding. That was over the top. Got some water here. A little Vince McMahon reaction. Oh, Oh, why? Oh, anyone watch WrestleMania? Give me a one in the comments if you watched Mania. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Love to hear your thoughts on the billion-dollar juggernaut that is WWE's wrestling mania, wrestling mania. Oh, ooh, sorry, I got touch of heartburn. Got a weird afternoon. Got the Jushin Liger shirt on. No, nobody. But it's a Motorhead shirt. See, it's Motorhead Jushin Liger. All right. So the second part to the underappreciated thing kind of came up with something else when I was having a conversation literally just yesterday with someone in one of the film groups, and I was like, "Well, how is it you find your inspiration?" Like because he asked me how I found mine when I asked these topics, like how do I find them? And usually it's like, well, it's whatever came to me the night before or that day or just something that came to me, just pops in my head at that moment. And that's how we kind of more of this. How do you find inspiration for your next project? And I'd love to have you guys chime in on this because this is a really, really important topic for everybody. And it's not just pertinent to film and entertainment, but this is important for marketing because it's going to fuel how do you come up with cool, creative ideas that are replicable, scalable, and can bring a return on that investment. Or if you're doing something that's business to consumer or human to human, return on relationship. If you're going to do that. All right. So, and I hope all of those words sounded good together in a sentence. So let's begin. Where do you find inspiration for your next project? Well, by the way, B Man is the one that had the billboard last week. Billboard, B Man. That's who this is. B Man had the billboard last week. And he said, you make habit of doing, make it a habit. Just do. Always create. Inspiration will expire. If you don't make habit, you won't execute. So every week, I find myself getting up and every day putting together pieces of this deck, putting together pieces of the next deck for the other show I'll do, putting together pieces of content for my page. I make a point of always being active with 1 second, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're back. Good Lord, that took forever. Um, we put together periods of time, or we put together pieces of content over a period of time that will allow us to structure our cadence and overall fill, so we can see kind of what we're going to be doing over a week, over 2 weeks. I like to do it over a week, just because I like to see what my week feels like against the week before. I could do it for a month, which I used to do, but anyway. So but you got to get in the habit of doing. You got to get out there and do it all the time. Mike Winningham, for me, I have too much inspiration and too many ideas to the point it's hard to focus and pick. And that's like analysis paralysis in the marketing standpoint. Like where you've got so much information in front of you and you've got so much detail and so much information, and you're looking at it and you're like, damn, I don't know where to begin. And the problem is that if you don't begin at all, you're never ever going to figure out what's going on. So it's a problem. So what do you have to do? Well, you've got to take the time and figure things out. You take the time, hurry up. Choice is yours. Don't be late. Sorry, dry mouth. And so you got to pick. And part of the thing is this: people are trying to pick the perfect thing instead of saying the tiny imperfect thing, but committing to it. It's not something that you have to commit to for a year. It's something you have to commit to for a day or a week. There's 51 more ideas, weeks that can be used for a weekly marketing plan. You've got all that time. So why not just commit to one thing over the course of this 1 week and really lay into it? Just really go for it hard. And at the very end of that week, if it worked, it worked. If it didn't, it didn't. But the thing is that you can't stress out about doing something right. Do you think that when I put together the show, I say to myself, I am so sold that I'm going to do this week. This is what I'm going to do. 100%. No. But what I do on Friday is I start looking around at stuff that I've had for content that's out there. And I say to myself, I got to definitely put together something that's going to be engaging, that's going to offer conversation that reminds these guys, hey, My page and my posts are out there, and I'd love to have you engaging with them because we create discussions together. This is how we build the community in a new way. This is how we build our own version of the community, and we take it from there. And I think that we just need to be realistic with how we build. That's all. Boop, 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 bah. Okay, that wasn't supposed to happen. Oh, there's Vince again. Sorry, I slid up. Touch the magic mouse. Magic mouse. I slid up the magic mouse. It's funny. Um, this guy watches Entourage. Are you ready for it? I was so proud of this. Victory! Oh man. Oh man, I love Johnny Drama. I loved that show. I don't care what anyone says about that being like a proto bro show or like the ultimate, like it just who cares? Entourage was great. We used to watch wrestling pay-per-views at my friend John Woodrow's house. He ran InsidePulse.com, and that's the site that kind of gave me my marketing start. And we would watch Entourage or Game of Thrones, or we watched Lost one time before pay-per-view, but we watched wrestling pay-per-views and then watched Entourage and stuff, and it was pretty great. Pretty great. So I miss those days. It was a long time ago. Inspiration can come in any form at any time. It is true. I once got inspired to write a song with my cousin who now lives in Idaho, and he's an audio engineer. I wrote a song with him based on seeing a dress in the window of a Gap. I'm serious. It wasn't a nice dress. It was really ugly, and the name of the song was "That Ugly Gap Dress." And we didn't perform it. We were actually going to go to an open mic night and perform "That Ugly Gap Dress," but then we realized that the song was really bad, so we shouldn't do that. That's why we did that. So anytime, inspiration, life. It's the beauty of things. I think back to my son last night. Carter was just sitting literally right here, right here, and I asked him if he had any ideas how that song would go. How would this song "Memories" go that he came up with? And he just started singing. Just started singing. And he listen, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend the kid wrote a Billboard hit, but a 7-year-old kid freestyled a song with no music. He kept the beat in his head. He was on. Even when he stopped, he kept it in his head and then came back in on. I was like, man, this kid's awesome. This kid's awesome. That's fascinating. And that's kind of how marketing is. I keep saying that. Like, let's tie it back to marketing. Tie it back to marketing. Man, you can screw up your cadence. I could give you, I've talked to 2 people in the last week about working with my done for you plan, the Clever system, and purchasing the plan. And I give you a cadence and I give you a topic cadence of what you're supposed to do over X number of weeks. And let's say you miss Monday, and you're not supposed to post Monday, Wednesday, Friday, these particular things. And on Monday, you forget. You just freaking forget because you're busy. And like that happens. It doesn't mean you're not committed. It just means you forget. People forget stuff. And you're like, oh crap, Sean, I need to move everything. Can I do that? Yeah, yes. Like, yes. Don't be irresponsible and move it 2 days or 3 days because it's your money that's on the line here. But like, let's take a look at it. Think about it. You're being clever. Do the system. It works. So anyway, life gets in the way sometimes too. Let's be fair. Gets in the way. That's why I have a on the air sign on my door, because that little dude will come to my door. He will take a chair from his bedroom, his little table where his computer table is. He sits at the door, and he'll put his ear to the door and listen while I do this stuff. And it's the coolest thing ever. It's the coolest thing ever. Because nothing is cooler than being someone's hero. Nothing. But it's a lot of responsibility. And when I'm doing content, this is the truth. When I'm writing content, I'm trying to write the kind of stuff that I want people to overhear and wish they thought of. So not Carter as a 7-year-old thinking it's cool, but someone thinking it's cool and wishing they'd done themselves. Always wanted that. Just clever. Just be clever. Be clever. CLEVER, clever. Fear. This is a very primal motivator, and you need to be aware that this is at play at all times. You cannot operate from fear because motivating yourself with it will cause really shitty results. I say that because the panic that comes from fear will not give you a clear vision of what you're trying to do. You're not going to be able to calm yourself. It's not fight or flight, man. It needs to be just chill. Marketing's not hard. Marketing is fun. Marketing is a puzzle. If I gave you a Rubik's cube and I gave you were one block away from finishing the whole damn thing, and then I stood there screaming in your face and had people running at you with machetes, and then like your wife was being power slammed through a table, like you'd be scared, right? You're not gonna get anything done if you're trying to operate on fear. Well, how about if I told you I won't do anything bad if you finish this in the next 10 seconds, but if it takes you more than 10 seconds, we're going to start doing bad stuff, one thing at a time. And every 10 seconds you don't finish it, we'll do another thing. No, don't operate out of fear. Operate out of abundance and kindness. Be kind, especially yourself. This thing right here is a machine, and you can frame your life any way you need it to, as far as positivity and wellness and kindness, any way you envision, as long as you put in the effort to take care of it properly. Nutrients, health, wellness, talk therapy, whatever you want to do. It's just a computer. But you also have to understand that there are certain states it is not meant to operate in efficiently, and fear is one of them. So I wanted to put this here so I could say these things, because when Mark Aaronkrantz put this up, I was like, man, I got to say something about this. And I didn't say something on the thread because I wanted to save it for here. Now, Paul Barnes, this is a cool one. And actually, I'll say what his follow up was too. But what's important to me today, this is what motivates him. What's important to me today? I ask that question every morning. I always have an answer. Some inspire me, some don't, but I always have an answer. Then I watch life. It's a great idea. Listen, every day you're going to wake up, you're going to put your feet on the floor, and you're going to look straight ahead at some point, and you go, man, today I need to go to work and get through the day so I'm one day closer to pay. Or, man, today I got that big date with that awesome person, and I cannot wait to see them. Or, man, today the brand new discless PS5 is out, and I can't believe I reserved mine, and I'm going to go pick it up at GameStop. Whatever is important to you that day helps you spin the narrative. Use it. Guess what? It's like marketing. I said it 4 times now today. It's like marketing. You got to think to yourself, what is the most important thing that you're trying to communicate to a consumer that you want them? You've already done the avatar research. You already know who your demo is. Who's your guy? Is your guy a 42-year-old dad of a 7-year-old who likes pro wrestling and likes to do web shows with his camera in his office and do all the cool stuff with the stuff on the wall? Is that who he is? Good, you got him. That's me. You want me to buy your stuff? Tell me a story. Connect with me. Talk to me about Toys R Us. Give me an experience. Give me nostalgia. Like the new He-Man figures. I think they missed the boat. The new He-Man figures that have come out that are $14.99 in stores. They're on phase 2 of them already. I haven't bought one of them. Do you know why? Because they're $14.99 and they're the wrong kind of nostalgia play. If they had done something where I was like, man, I can't miss these things. These remind me of my childhood. These are awesome. Look at Beast Man. Look how cool Skeletor is. Look, here's what they should have done. They should have put together like an adult toy unboxing for cool sites like Intelligentsia, Cool Hunters. So sites like coolhunter.com. They should have done one on Reddit. They should have found someone on Reddit to do one. That's just gone through and found websites. Just find websites and just literally not do toy sites, do cool sites, because the people you want buying your stuff aren't buying them currently. Like the collectors are going to grab Triclops and they're going to grab Lockjaw off the wall. They're going to grab those people. The ones that are still hanging there are Skeletor and He-Man, and you need to sell those. And who's going to buy those? A 42-year-old dad that didn't care that Beastman, what's his name, are up there. You need to sell those. Put them on sites that aren't for collectors, that are for people that might collect them but do other things. I don't think that's that difficult. I just ranted about He-Man. Ranted about goddamn He-Man. And this is why I should have worked at, I think it's Hasbro. Or is it Mattel? It's Mattel. Is it Mattel? Let's look. Let's look together. He-Man Company. He-Man. In the Masters of the... It's Mattel. So I was right. Eventually I was right. eventually I got there. All right. But yeah, anyway, Paul Barnes, it's what's important. No. See, that mouse did it again. And that, my friends, I like this guy, by the way. Every time I see this guy in a GIF, I smile because he's just so happy. He looks like this dude I lived when I lived in Miami. The front doorman's name was Michard, and oh my god, I just love that guy. He was such a like smiley, happy, good guy. I'd stand and talk to him for like 30 minutes at a clip, sometimes hours, some nights. I mean, he just looked like this guy. Like he just smiled. He was like kind of built. Oh man, good times. I enjoyed Miami. Looking back on it, I said I don't, but I did. Oh, good times, people. So, by the power of Grayskull, I have $17 to pay for one damn figure. It's terrible. I don't know who thinks a figure. Hang on, I don't think I have any on my desk anymore. No, not there. I don't know who thinks. No, I don't have them. Like I got my on my desk right here. I got like my Migo. I got my Migo. This right here, which is like a little bit rarer version of Dracula that they still had at Target. Right, I bought it a year and a half ago, maybe more. Cost the same amount as the He-Man figure, which is like this big. It has more articulation, and I don't know where to put He-Man. I didn't put my shelves up yet. I don't know where to put them. I'm wacky for it, but you know, I gotta be honest with you. I would definitely still want them. I'm not paying $14 because they pushed the wrong buttons. They ticked the wrong boxes. If a marketer is telling you did your shit wrong, you did your shit wrong. And I'm not the smartest dude in the world. There are people that are way smarter than me. Crispin Porter and Boguski. Oh my god, I'm drawing blanks. Edelman. Like there's a lot of PR agencies that I'm drawing a blank on right now. My gosh, I don't ever do this. Anyway, they're so much better at this than me. And to them, it's formulaic. They just do it. It's a formula. It makes sense and it works. And then there's something like this, like when you drop the ball like that, it's just like, whoa, good Lord. You know what I'm saying? So how's everybody doing? We doing good? We doing good? I think we're doing good. Also proud of this bottle. It's my Facebook Fit Stronger bottle. Small business event that I went to in Miami. They gave these out in a tote, but we definitely did not need to be there. It was the most like rudimentary, dumbed down event for actual business owners, not agencies. And I took 2 people from the agency. Yeah, didn't need to be there, but I learned something. I learned the naming conventions on the Facebook emails because someone was hitting on my employee and I learned their emails. So then I learned how their emails were structured and we were able to find people. Okay, so here we go. Guys, listen, it's time for something that is everyone's favorite. I'm going to do this first. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my gosh, words of week. Words of the week. It is everyone's favorite time. All right. Words of the week is the segment of every Tuesday's show wherein my 7-year-old son booby traps my presentation by taking 3 random words from randomwordgenerator.com and pasting them on individual slides within the deck. The goal is simple: to challenge me into getting the words to be defined or used in a manner that's relevant to marketing, my career, or life in general, but not the band. If you don't get that, life in general is like a band. Okay. You may not have heard of them. They're a college band. All right. So, or were, very long time ago. If they're still out there, that's crazy. But that being said, we're going to go in and everybody dance now. All right, so here we go. We're gonna go in. I'm always worried to do these because like he's 2 weeks ago was real bad, and also you guys grade my score at the end 1 to 5, 1 being great, 5 being a bucket of poo. Here we go. All right, here we go. Global. Everyone would like to see their work go global. No? Okay, hang on. I'm just joking. People think that the most important thing for a campaign is to go viral, to spread globally. But the most important thing is to impact at a local level with global implications. So to have to saturate the market that you're in at a smaller level. So if this is the principle behind the slingshot is that you look at something big, like a big site like Bloody Disgusting, and then you look like okay, and you look back at like two sites back, like James Smashing Sites or James Smiling Boars or like Doug's Happy Anderson, and you go there and you impact at that smaller level, so like a local, less global level. We're going to consider them regional sites, and we go there with that to look forward to a global site. Ultimately, did it again. There we go. The goal is to make sure that you are getting the right kind of content out to the right kind of people in a relatively smooth amount of time. You want to make sure that the responsibility that you have for the material, you're true to it. But at the same token, you need to also understand. Here's my thumbs again. I do the thumbs thing every week. You need to make sure that you adhere to the rules that you have created for the universe of your project. Global. I actually kind of like that one. What do you got? Suit. Oh. I work in digital marketing because I never want to put on a suit again. Suits are for funerals and weddings. I told my son that, and I think maybe that's why that's in here. He probably doesn't remember me saying that, but it definitely is the truth. Suits are for funerals and for weddings, and if you're going into a meeting for marketing wearing a suit and you're wearing a tie, you're a square. You are the worst kind, and you're everything I'm scared of. I worked at an agency where I had 3 sport coats on the back of the door in my office in case we had to pop into a meeting quick in Miami. And I wore my suits to big meetings, but no tie, never a tie, because ties are gross. And also it's Miami. But yeah, no, that's about it. I think that's a good one. Suit. I hate suits. I hate them. Why is it, man? My mouse is being weird. Reckless. All right, this is good. Here is what will get you in trouble with the laws of marketing. No, I'm just kidding. There's no marketing laws. Listen, one thing you can't afford to do when you're doing anything with your project, any step of the way, regardless of creation, starting from writing the thing or outlining the thing, up until when you've released it and you're reaching out to people for reviews and you're trying to shake hands and make friends, you cannot be reckless. You must be controlled. You may want 5 people to review your site tomorrow. 5. Or your movie tomorrow. 5. But guess what? You need to calm down and get 2. Take your time, write the best email you've ever written, and get 2. Because when it comes down to it, those 2 people are going to be more valuable because we're loading the slingshot. You take these 2, and guess what? These 2 people over here that you didn't get, or these 3 people you didn't get, they're going to hear about you, and then you're going to pull them back with it. And you're going to keep going. You're just going to keep loading this thing, man. You're going to get a much bigger and much bigger and much bigger. Ultimately, you can get to a big site. If you look at, who did a really good job of this? Taylor from last Blockbuster. He and I talked at the very beginning before his film came out, maybe like 3 weeks before. And I asked him, like, what were they doing? And he's like, oh, well, the distributor said, I don't know if he said they'd done some stuff, but most of it was on me. They did a great job. Awesome job. And then the best part was they went viral because it made it look like Netflix made the documentary that killed Blockbuster. Yeah, but that isn't what happened at all. So great guy. He's smart guy. Really good film. And that's but you can't afford to be reckless. You need to be deliberate. And if you can only be deliberate with 1 email a day, Be deliberate with one email a day, because at the end of the week, that is 7 emails, 7 relationships, 7 people that now know you that didn't know you before. The next week, that is 7 people you're following up with if you didn't hear from them, which guess what? You're probably not going to. They don't know you. They don't know you. Slow but steady. Because if you did one a day, even when you're following up the next week with a hey, follow up, and you email 7 new people, that's not 14 people. If you do that for a whole month, guess what? You've now got 28 people before you get to 31. You get 28 people, and you're following up with 21 people. And it continues. Be deliberate. Don't be reckless. We're gonna go away from her. Oh, I didn't want you to see her yet, man. Now I'm bummed. She's all over the place anyway. So what do you guys think? How do I do? 1 to 5. 1 is great. 5 is poop. One is great. 5 is poop. Let me know what you think. How'd I do? How'd I do on today's words of the week? I gotta change this thing, man. That girl's going nuts. Yeah, it was global, suit, and reckless. Yeah, I just drank all that, man. I must be super thirsty. I wasn't even paying attention. Super thirsty. Super thirsty. Took that ticker off. Whew. What a good day. I had a good day. I hope you guys are having a good day. Things are going great right now. What a good day. You had a good call earlier today. Had a good call yesterday. So like I said, don't be reckless. One at a time. Don't be this. Don't be reckless. Don't be reckless. Don't be reckless. All right. So here we go, guys. We're going to wrap this sucker up for this week. We're going to go. Here she is. Oh, you're going to see her in all her glory. Oh, where can you find me? Because that is it for this week. Here's our girl. She is just grooving hard on the sweet rhythms of S Squared's voice, and so is her friend. Look at her friend. I don't think I could even dance like that if I wanted to. She's out of her mind right now, feeling that beat. Anyway, yeah. Oh, sorry. There's a clap right in the microphone. This week, Facebook, Sean Michael Smith on Facebook. On Twitter, Sean M. as Smith. Sean M. Smith on Twitter. On Instagram, S Squared 22. Also on Twitch, I've been active there again the last few weeks as well too, playing with the guys. S Squared 22. On YouTube, guys, if you're on YouTube now, subscribe, like, hit that bell button because that does stuff when I'm online. Sean Smith 22. I'm trying to get over 100 subscribers so that I can get a custom URL. This girl's all over the place. It's so distracting, but that's why I grabbed it. She's nuts. And as always, the thing I'm most proud of, every Tuesday morning with my son Carter, I put out a podcast by the name of Potato Salad Marmalade. I managed to wrangle a 7-year-old, and he manages to wrangle a 42-year-old. And we put out a sweet little show that we call Potato Salad Marmalade. It's awesome. Check it out at potatosaladmarmalade.com. In fact, now that I said that, I need to update the site because I didn't put it up yet. Update site. Whoopsie. All right, man. Well, I'm going to have to get off that. Oopsie. I took myself off the stream. That's funny. You see this on my face? It's going crazy. It's going crazy, but that's it, guys. That is it for this week. It's been a great week. I had a lot of fun. Next week we're gonna try something a little different. I haven't told you what yet, but we'll see. We'll see if I can pull it off. But for those in the know, you know, it's time to go. Burrito.